Voices I praises the Lord. I know who I am. That's the song by the back at the background is by Spinach. It says, I know who I am. And welcome in today's show. We are talking about feedbacks today. And feedbacks can be external and also internal. And if you're here for the very first time, my name is Sunday, and this is the Life Transformation Talk with Sunday. And we are going to share a lot of information and also to hear your comments. What is your take? Because this is about personal development. So it will also help you expose those areas that can really open up, or those areas that normally limit you. And this is a place where we share freely. There's no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. So you're welcome into the show. Remind me where you're watching from. Even if you will be watching the replay, let us know where you're watching from. And today we are going to talk about feedback. Feedback can be internal, meaning we are the one thinking about ourselves, our actions. We think of our actions, our deeds, maybe our what we are thinking about, what we have done, analyzing whether we did it in a right way and not in a good way. Maybe we could have done it in another way. So that is just self-analysis and just analyzing what you have done. I do that a lot sometimes. And it can also come from the place of positivity because it can help you grow and see which are the low areas of your life, and you can be able to align yourself to your true values and your true purpose. Sometimes our mind can also criticize ourselves. So be watchful when you have negative feedback from yourself that makes you less or makes you not be able to do it again. Please redirect that thought, redirect that feedback, and think of positive things, or maybe challenge that feedback. If it says what you did was not right, and then ask yourself, how could you have done it right? So feedback, how do you handle even your personal feedback? Let us know on the comment section if you have personal feedback. This is mostly when it affects me when I have spoken somewhere, and when I come back home, maybe in the evening, I think, oh my God, I could have talked this way. I could have said it this way. I could have done this. I analyze myself, and sometimes it helps me grow. So next time when I have another opportunity, I am able to correct those opportunities, those places that I didn't do well. Sometimes, even when I come live like this, after live, I watch my videos because there are some areas that I will even realize that it was not supposed to be correct. It's not supposed to be like this. So next time I can improve myself and be able to do it in the right way. So self-feedback, it's very important. There are also sometimes that self-feedback can come from a place of negative criticism. It can criticize you. You could have not done that. See how you've ashamed yourself. You see, you are the one speaking to yourself. So that is not right. You have to silence that. Those are some of the negative thoughts. You have to silence it because it will never make you grow. We all grow from our mistakes, from our imperfection, and we learn to perfect whichever area that need perfection. So feedbacks from within ourselves can be positive and negative. We just need to uplift the positive one. The negative ones, we need to question it and be able to shift it to become positive thoughts. What about external feedbacks? There are those external feedbacks that are good. Sometimes you have done something and someone will say, oh, that was amazing. You did something very good. And it is really good when you continue. These are the areas that you need to, if you can be able to change this and that, you can be able to do better. Those are positive feedbacks. And having feedbacks are very good. It is also another thing how we take it, how we take the feedbacks, even how it is said. It matters a lot. Sometimes even very good positive feedbacks from external or even from internal, it's a good one, but the way it was said, the tone it was said in, it can make us take it as criticism. We can misinterpret it to be something that is against us. We can take it as personal criticism. So we need to be able to see how the external feedback comes. Because sometimes even some people just, they know what you need to correct, but they don't know how to say it. That's another thing. So understand in a different perspective. Take the feedback, take the what you need to correct. But if there is any criticism in it, or maybe something that is to lower your self-esteem, you can just leave that, be able to sieve between the negative and the positive. Sometimes inside the negative there is something good. I have seen people who fought and they start abusing each other. It's bad. It is a bad thing. They start abusing each other, and from that abuse, that person starts to know, oh, I am like this, so I need to change. Even not at that very time, but when that person goes back, started to analyze, and because sometimes some people don't know how to say something that is to correct someone in their correct first, so they wait until that bad times that they can be able to expose everything. So sometimes you're just innocent, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how you affect or you impact the life of others. So you can know from those systems. I have seen that many times in my in my country, where people fight, more special at the borehole. Those ones who are in Africa, they know that maybe sometimes at the river place, they are just fighting who comes first, and within that conflicts come in, and they start to expose different words, and sometimes from there you can learn that, oh, I was like this, so I need to change. I did not know my behavior was affecting people in this way. So feedbacks are good, and also there are those ones which can really bring you down. For example, those which other people say you cannot amount to anything. What you're doing is nothing. That is not acceptable. You don't need to accept that. And besides, you need to understand that you can never stop what is in people's mind. You just need to control your own mind. How you accept the feedback is the most important thing, because you cannot control what they can say or what they cannot say. It's just like the bird flying in the air. You cannot go and catch it, but the one that comes and lands on your head, you can be able to catch it and put it where it's supposed to be. So it's very important we take feedback in a positive way, and also because feedbacks can challenge our beliefs. It can challenge our belief system, the way we feel, or or the actions that we do, how it impacts others. It's like a mirror. It's like a lens that you see yourself in other people's lens, how they expose you, and then you can be able to see how you yourself affect others or impact other people's lives. So feedbacks is both positive and good. Me, I like feedbacks. Even in my place of work, if after working, if after doing something, if I did get a feedback, I feel maybe I did not do that thing well. Maybe I did not, maybe I need to improve. I don't know which area I can need to improve. You see, sometimes if you don't have feedbacks, it leaves you in doubts. But when you have feedbacks, it can help you correct whichever areas that need correction. So feedback is really very, very important in our life. And how we take it is what matters most. So harsh delivery can be misunderstood or misinterpreted. A feedback that is delivered in a very harsh way can be misinterpreted or misunderstood as a judgment, as a personal judgment. So rather than constructive advice or correction, it can be misunderstood. So that also helps us to know if we are the one to give feedback about other people. That shows us what we need to do, because we also need to put the advice or the feedback in a positive way that that person can be able to take it and be able to act on it. So how we view external feedback as a tool for growth? How do you view feedback as a tool for growth? For me, I said in a place of work, if I get feedback, it could not be all that is good praise, because there are some things maybe I did not do well. I also take it in a positive way, that I can be able to correct whatever that was not right. I can be able to correct and improve on the best one. So I use it as a tool to really improve myself. The areas that I am low at, so I put more effort so I can be able to perfect those areas in my life. So tell us at the comment section, how do you view external feedbacks? Feedbacks from other people. Maybe some people are telling you about what you do. It could be a supervisor from place of work. It could be maybe a friend, maybe a family, maybe even sometimes the clothes you wear. Sometimes I have my children ask my feedback. When I put on their clothes, they say, "Oh, mommy, this is not good. This is good." They just tell me what is according to how they view me. It cannot necessarily be correct, but it is according to their perspective. So it could be correct on their side and it could not be correct from my side. So it is actually how you take it. So let us know, how do you take feedbacks? What about those feedbacks that are harshly delivered? How do you take them? Sometimes they are harshly delivered, but there's something good in it. How do you take those feedbacks? How do you take feedbacks as a tool for growth? Or do you even use the feedbacks as a tool to grow? Did you know that feedbacks from other people or from within yourself can be used as a tool for you to grow? Yeah, can be used, but let us know in the comment section if you have had a very harsh feedback from someone. How did you take it? How did you react? That is another important thing. How we react to feedback matters a lot to ourselves. So we can see it as a fresh perspective on how we view ourselves in other people's lenses. We can see. And the most important thing is with last week we talked about self-trust, and we say that we need to trust ourselves like 95%. We need to trust ourselves 95%, and then the 5% we can trust others, which means we trust our intuition, our feeling, our everything first, and the smaller percentage we can trust others. So if a feedback is from external, you first have to judge it. You have to analyze it, if it is according to your value, if it really aligns with what you think. You can analyze it and now act upon it. So how our action impact others can also be viewed through the external feedback, because how can we know if we were doing something well or we are not doing well? So we can know from the feedbacks. We can know from the feedbacks, and how we also deliver. We deliver feedbacks from ourselves to other people also matters most, because we need to give the feedback that we wanted for our own selves. So it's important we listen to our inner voice. If we have that internal feedbacks, we need to listen to our internal voice, because your internal voice is tuned with your values, desires, and long-term goals. It helps to stay aligned with your true purpose. That is our inner voice, our inner feedbacks that come from us, because it is aligned with our true purpose, with our true value. So we need to really pay more attention into our inner feedbacks more than external feedbacks, because sometimes the external feedbacks can come from a place of criticism, can come from a place of jealousy, can come from a place of envy, can come from a place of hate, can come from a place of so many other things. But also there are those feedbacks that can come from as pure heart, that really a genuine heart that really wanted to correct it. So we just need to be able to judge which one is for us and which one is against us. We need to know that. Also, that internal feedbacks is the most authentic form of feedback, because it comes from within, reflecting your personal truth and self-awareness. Yes, it helps us to be aware of ourselves, if we are in line, if we are aligned to whatever that we wanted to do in life or not. So we need to give more attention to our internal feedback. Our internal feedbacks are very, very important for us. So is here, how do you use internal feedback to assess your growth? The answer here is reflect regularly on your thoughts and feelings. Ask yourself, what did you learn today? Or how did I handle the situation? That is very, very important. I do that almost every time. Sometimes when I after everything in the evening, I'm in bed, I start reflecting on what I did, how I did it. It cannot be too long, just a short time reflecting on it. And sometimes a thought of correction can come in. Next time I can do it this way, or I can do it that way. So it just comes in my mind. So we need to really put attention into it, because they are the true authentic feedbacks that come from within us, that is aligned to what we are up to in life. So it's very, very important we have we listen to the internal feedbacks. I have this question here: why does external feedbacks uncomfortable sometimes? Did you experience any uncomfortable feedbacks from external source, from someone else? Could be from a colleague, could be from your manager, could be from your family. Did you experience that? How did you handle it? Let us know on the comment section. So here it says that external feedbacks often challenge our beliefs or action, which can feel like an attack to our self-image. Sometimes it can be like an attack to ourselves, but in that, even sometimes it could be that that person did not know how to deliver the feedback. So it might have something that is good for you to capture it and use it for your growth and your development. So we have to really be sensitive on feedbacks, what to accept and what not to accept. Those which are negative, we don't need to accept them. So there is this question says, how I do view external feedbacks as a tool for growth, by recognizing that others may be seeing things I won't see. Yeah, that is true. External feedbacks gives us the opportunity to view ourselves from a fresh perspective. Some people might see what we don't see within ourselves. So it is very important that we also listen to those things that we don't know about ourselves. We can be able to correct if there are things that we need to correct. So it's very important we really listen to feedback. So the whole of this week, from today to Friday, we'll be talking about feedbacks and how we handle feedbacks, how we give feedback, how we handle even our internal feedback. It is very important because that can help us grow. We have learned to trust ourselves. We have learned to love ourselves. We have learned to be within ourselves, not to depend on other people's perspective of us. The 95% should be from us. So the external should be like 5%. So it's very important we really know how to handle feedbacks, how to receive feedbacks, and how to also give out feedback. And in one of the series that we are going to talk about is also saying that what you want others to give to you, give others too. So whatever feedback that we want to listen, we also should be able to give out to others. So I'm so thankful. Happy New Week to everyone. And for those ones who are desiring to start up an online business, I have my website. It's on this description of the video. And it's also on the running text below. You can see it is www.sundayandjigoonline.com. If you register with your names and email, you can have access to a free training that I'm offering, and that will help you understand the business concept and also help you to know what is required of you as a business owner to be, and what is not required, what you can get within the business. And even you listen to testimonies of people whose life have been changed by this online business. So I am so thankful that I am in this business. I am talking about transformation. I have business. I have my children. I have dancing. A lot of things happening on this page. So I am so thankful for this day. I wish you a very happy week. And let me know if you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what is your take about feedback. How do you handle feedback, and how do you receive them? How do you give out feedback? Let me know on the comment section, because that will help so many other people that will read those comments too. So stay blessed and have a beautiful week ahead of you. Have a blessed time.